Speaking of Mike, let me get mine right real quick. You know what? I'm going to hold mine like a rapper. I'm just going to hold it. My name is Jason Negron, host for the New York Knicks, Rangers, Giants, SEC football, a whole bunch of things. And I got a couple of amazing guests. First and foremost, welcome to Club Talk. We're going to rock out. We're going to have fun. Big shouts to Duce. Remember, drink up. Drink responsibly. Get a water in between all of that. But big shouts to BBC. All right. On my right, we got my main man. Listen, this guy's a monster on the court, and he's flying fresh off the court. He used to play for the Brooklyn Nets, but now he's with the Cavs in Cleveland. Let's give it up for Caris LeVert.
Appreciate it.
Welcome. And next to him, we got one of the flyest, freshest dudes in the game, one of the illest stylists. I checked his Instagram the other day, and man, those outfits that you pull off, my guy, incredible. We're going to talk more about that later, so let's give it up for Walter. Fellas, how we doing? New York Fashion Week. We're kicking it off the right way. How do y'all feel about Fashion Week?
Man, good. It's my first one, actually. Like you said, I used to live out here, but I never really, went to none of the events like that. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Out here for a couple days.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to set it off. So BBC partnered with Overtime in February of 2022 for a collab that included jerseys and on-court apparel. What are your thoughts on these types of collabs between brands and sports?
I feel like it's very progressive for both parties because obviously the athletes are depending on the brands to continue to make good stuff so they can look good, and then the brands are depending on the athletes to continue to wear the stuff so they could keep making good stuff and so they can look good. So they're definitely intertwined in a very progressive way.
What about you, Caris? What do you think?
Yeah, I feel like, athletes are a great representation of the brand. Obviously, we walk into games and, there's cameras everywhere now. Everywhere is kind of like a runway. So for us athletes, it's cool to, be dressed in something like Billionaire Boys Club. It's obviously a legendary brand. Shout out to them for having us here.
Yeah, to keep us looking fresh, keep us looking real fresh. Speaking of, there's a lot of, throwbacks are making a resurgence. Hold on. We a little nervous right now. Okay, a little sound is nervous. It's all right. Throwbacks are making a resurgence. So, can we talk about what are your top three throwbacks of all time? Top three.
One of my favorite throwbacks is the split Sacramento King jerseys, like half purple and half black, and also like the old 76ers, like the blue. The one that AI used to wear. I think they also did a split one, a black and white split jersey. I like a lot of those for throwbacks. What else do you like?
I like those. I like the Houston one too, the Rockets one. But AI was my favorite player growing up there. Man. So like the Philly one, that was my first jersey I had. It was fire.
Let's talk about AI real quick. And how is he an inspiration to you? Like, he changed the game from the baggy clothes to the hair to the jewels. So what was it like, not only him being your favorite player, but how does his style inspire you?
I feel like he was everybody's favorite player. When I was a kid, everybody wanted to be like AI. Yeah. We're number 3. We had the cornrows, dress like him, act like him. So, him playing for Philly, everybody liked Philly. And, he was a small guy but had a big heart. So it was, he kind of revolutionized like the game and how players act now. So it's super cool what he did for the game, for sure. He's a legend.
I feel like AI is overall the most influential, stylish, probably basketball player. Because, obviously I feel like he made the arm sleeve very, a trend. But, no one knew what it was for, it was just to look good. Right. And then, the headband and just, his whole swag and everything inspired a lot of people to have, their own court presence, a fashion statement. So I feel like him and, Michael Jordan are, the only two that, stood out to me.
Definitely. And I'm aging myself. I was in high school around that time, and I tried to grow the braids. I was unsuccessful. It didn't work. I learned the hard way. It's not for me. It's not for me. So let's talk. I want to know how you guys met. How did we form this friendship that turned into you being his stylist?
I think it was like in the middle of the pandemic in 2020. Like everyone's home, nobody's doing nothing. But me, I had a bunch of clothes that I just had in my house. So like what I would do is like I'll either have my little sister or my friend just like go around the neighborhood and take photos of me of like the stuff I already had planned that I want, you know what I mean, to like wear out, but I had nowhere to go. So I would just like post it consistently, and then like him and a few other players like followed me. But I realized he was here, like close to me, and I wasn't traveling. So I just reached out to him like, yo, what's good, bro? Like what you want for the following season? Like let's link up. Then he invited me to his house, but he was a little hesitant at first. Like he didn't, you know what I mean? And then from there.
Yeah, no, it was definitely the pandemic. You know, ain't nobody really had nothing to do. So I was in the crib, and I seen his Instagram, and he was posting like the wildest fits.
Man, listen.
I'm like, no, that's fire. That's different. So I just followed him one day. And I think he DM'd me, and we just going back and forth. Yeah. And then I went out to eat one day, and I kind of saw him, and we spoke in person. Then we met up like the next day.
Okay. I want to talk about your IG. Like, tell everybody your IG right now.
It's at SoberYungWalter. That's my IG.
Follow him right now. You got to look through the fits. I saw one, and it reminded me of like Cube. It's not Pac and Dr. Dre. California Love, like that style. It's so ill, man. Where do you draw your inspiration from? I
mean, a lot of my inspiration comes from like stuff I've seen around growing up, being in Harlem, and you know what I mean, being in the hood and stuff. Yeah. And a lot of it now, like currently, it's from like '90s like TV shows, like New York Undercover and shit like that. You know what I mean? So yeah,
that's a classic New York Undercover. Why is Harlem so important? People say, you know, Paris is in Italy the fashion capitals, but I think it's Harlem. So how did growing up there, you know, shape and form you and your style?
I mean, I would have to give a lot of the credit to my mom. I say this a lot. Her having me at a young age, you know, she had to keep herself fly, but like, you can't be flying your kids look crazy. You know what I'm trying to say? But like, if she's putting me in the stuff that she's dressing in, it's definitely helped mold my identity, and you know, definitely drove my passion for inspiration and fashion at a young age. And then like being in the sneaker community, like buy, sell, trade, like that whole thing kind of like helped me like become more of an individual within that regard as far as like my inspiration in fashion.
Harlem, stand up. Who's from Harlem here? Yeah. I love New York, man. New York's the illest. Caris, you were born in Ohio. You played for the Cavs. You went to school at Michigan. And then you also played in Brooklyn for the Nets. So how did these three markets influence your style?
Honestly, it was more so like my parents. Like my mom is super fly. Like she's best dressed in high school. Like she's
okay, mom.
Model. So shout out to her. But really I got it from her. And my dad was like an artist, like a graphic designer. So I was always around like art and fashion like as a kid. So it was just naturally something that was like a part of me. And obviously coming to New York, you know, you walk down the street, everybody got something on, you know what I mean? So it kind of just sparked that interest.
Yeah, you got to be fresh in New York. You got to be fresh. Y'all play 2K?
Yeah, I'm the nicest one in here.
Oh! Hey, they had an event.
I ain't played the new one though. I heard the new one just came out.
They had an event last night. It was pretty lit. But one of the favorite parts is also that you can dress your player in some fly stuff. Yeah, like in my career, BBC's in there too. Yeah. So like, stay fresh. Stay fresh when you play 2K, man. It's the illest thing. I just needed to drop that in there real quick, you know. Let's talk about social media. What ways do you feel social media has impacted the fashion game in either a positive or a negative way?
I have conflicting thoughts on that topic because it's like, I feel it's a good way for people, you know, to help explore other people's style. But a lot of the new emerging social media platforms makes it too fast. Like you don't, like for me, like I look at clothes differently than most people. It's more of a way like, the dialogue between like the designer and then the stuff that actually makes it on the floor. Like I'm very hands-on with that whole process. So when I just see people, you know, just wear anything they see like a celebrity wear, it just takes away from me. But like overall, it's still, you know what I mean? It's still something that's growing and like changing my opinion a lot. But I don't really know. It's a conflicting thought for me.
Okay, Caris, you got anything to add to that?
Yeah, I feel like Walt said, it's good and bad. It gives people a voice. Obviously everybody has their own style, so it's a great opportunity for everybody to kind of show what they like to wear, show what they like on there. But at the same time, it's very fast. It's very fast. Everybody trying to be the first to do something, which is good and bad. It's very competitive. But it is what it is. It's like anything else.
I'm saying, just be you, right?
Yeah.
Just do what works for you. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like social media makes that like a trial and error for some people because they never get to find out who they are if they're constantly being told that this is what they should be wearing instead of just learning for themselves. So that's the only thing that like kind of bothers me.
But what trends from social media has worked? I saw you wore the big red joints.
Oh yeah. Well, I know the guy who runs it, so I just did it as a favor. But that was as a joke, you know what I mean? But some of the trends that bothers me a little bit, it's just the TikTok get ready with me kind of stuff. It's cool, I understand it, but it's where are you wearing that to? You know what I mean? Yeah. It's so yeah, it's cool.
Watching you get dressed, I don't know, it's kind of weird, man. It's weird.
People, they'll be in their underwears, doing the whole thing. It's just not really my thing. You know what I mean?
I'm not feeling it. All right. Caris, the NBA season is slowly approaching. How long we got into training camp?
Training camp is the first week of October.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we got 3-4 weeks?
Okay. Yeah. If you can fast forward and give us a small peek or an idea on what your fit for opening night will look like. What do we think? I know it's a little way out, but
yeah, I have no idea. I know we play in Brooklyn though. The first game is out here.
Welcome back.
Right, exactly. So it'll definitely be something fire. I got to see though. I got to see what the weather's going to be. Yeah.
So weather what's the first? Is weather determine everything?
Probably weather and mood.
Yeah, I would definitely say mood. It's his first thing. It's depends on how he wakes up, how he feels, and then everything from there. What do you think?
Yeah, weather and mood. Definitely weather.
You don't want to wear suede in the rain like dark-skinned Jermaine.
Sure. But I'm in Cleveland now, and it's super cold out there, snowing and stuff like that. It's similar to the weather out here too. So definitely depends on the weather. We'll see though. It'll be something fire.
Do you have a certain market a way that you play at that I really got to show out? I really got to go hard tonight.
Yeah, here, when we play at the Garden, we play at Barclays, and then LA too. I like getting fly out there as well. Them two markets for sure.
Shouts to all those markets. Yeah. So what do you guys feel makes sports and style so synonymous?
I mean, it just goes back to what you said a little bit earlier about for instance, 2K, how you could dress your player up and go on the runway and do the whole thing. It shows how much fashion's impacted players, and I feel like the reason why they're so synonymous is because I say some of the athletes, they want to be the ball players and stuff. They want to stand out like them, and then the ball players, they want to be the rappers and stuff, they want to be like the ball players. You know what I mean? They're intertwined and shit. So I feel it's definitely good for the players, far as if they build the proper relationships with brands, after they're done playing basketball, if they have molded the relationships in the proper way, maybe the people they met in fashion, they can help them start their line, or they can have collabs with the brands they were connected with in their playing career and stuff. So it's definitely something that's intertwined in a good way. That's one of the only things I really do like for the players is, to have them have more options after basketball and things that they like if they're really into fashion.
You guys want to add to that?
Yeah, I feel like it's all art at the end of the day. It allows you to be creative. What you have on is kind of, like I said, your mood. And then, if you playing basketball, everybody's game is different. You know what I mean? Steph and Bron are probably two of the best players in the league, but they play completely different styles of game. And it's just, I feel like it's art at the end of the day. It's culture.
Your boy Serge says. He don't dress, he does art.
Right, exactly.
That's pretty ill. Walt, you just said that, a lot of times the rappers want to be ball players and vice versa. If you weren't a stylist, what would you be doing?
I've been trying to like make wrestling toys. Like I wanted to do that when I was younger. I wanted to like work at like WWE and like do the attires for the toys and shit like that.
That's so lit.
Yeah.
I was such a wrestling head. I had all of them, and I sold them, and I regret it.
Yeah. Also like basketball, but like I didn't really take it serious to some of my friends. So like I just joke around and talk to them like I know what I'm talking about. But
Okay.
Nah, Walt kind of nice though. He kind of nice.
Nice?
I'm alright.
He kind of nice.
Yeah. Caris, what about you? If you weren't extremely gifted and talented as an athlete, what would you do?
I don't know. I'd probably be like a teacher, like a lawyer or something like that. Maybe like a, I don't know, definitely a coach too. I would definitely do something with the game, but I'd probably do something else too though.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I dig that.
Yeah.
I dig that. So, Walter, why don't you walk us through? I know everyone's fresh in here, and some people may aspire to be a professional stylist or as fresh as you are, but what's your day-to-day like? What kind of challenges do you face keeping all of your clients so fresh?
Challenges that I face is staying like on task with a lot of the brands, and like whether if they're based out of like Paris or somewhere else, it's like staying on track. I've seen like when the deliveries is coming, like and stuff, so we can be able to get it first. Not that us having it first matters, but like, you know, since fashion is emerging and becoming so fast, like I spoke about earlier, like people would fiend to just be like the first person in it. When me and Caris, we actually are sitting down at his crib, like looking at stuff, just going over stuff we like for the season. So knowing how many of each style for each item that he's interested in, knowing how many they're made, like it's a long process. So just pretty much just being on top of like the brands and stuff, making sure we get the first delivery for certain items. But everything else is pretty easy for me.
You get a day off? You get time to chill?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, it's as we go.
What's your closet like, man? Is it clothes everywhere in the crib?
Yeah,
is it out of control?
My house is a mess. Actually, recently I've been buying a lot of like basketball sneakers and stuff. So that's what I've been like investing a lot of my money into, like Kobe's and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't have any
Rest
more
in
room.
peace to Kobe.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Kobe, man. That hurt. Caris, how many shoes do you own? Are you a big sneaker guy?
I mean, I am, but I wouldn't call myself a sneakerhead. But I got a lot of sneakers. I'm sponsored by Jordan, so they send like the packs. So shout out to Jordan.
Shouts to Reggie.
Yeah.
Shouts to Reggie. I miss those
I got a lot
Memphis
of
packages, man. I don't get them no more. But
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
They bless you with the packages for sure.
Oh yeah. All right. So, man, we already kind of spoke about this, but I want to. Besides AI, which NBA players have the most influence on your fashion style, current or past? Like, who do you even now? Like past, besides AI, but like, who do you look at now that walks down the tunnel and be like, man, this guy got it?
I mean, I would kind of go like all time. I don't know if he's super influential, but Dennis Rodman was definitely someone who stood out. And you see kind of today, you kind of see guys trying to dress like him. So he was definitely someone who was big. I mean, Kobe kind of as well. You know, he kind of had his own style, I would say. I don't know what you think.
I think Russell Westbrook is kind of like the patriarch for like the direction fashion is going through now in the current NBA. Just with like his crazy outfits and shit, like it made people want to explore their style overall. But like I feel like like him, Dennis Rodman, for us just like standing out. And there's so many players that are fly. You know what I mean? There's too many to name.
Yeah, nowadays it's a lot of fly guys.
Yeah.
A lot of fly guys.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I said, everything is like a runway. So there's cameras everywhere now. It's way different than when I came into the league like 8 years ago.
And I see it a lot. And when I'm at the Garden, when the teams come to the MSG, they walk up the ramp, and then the photographers are right there. So, like, do you do something a little extra special? You know, you're going to see them, or like you stun a little harder? Or?
People do. Some people do. Yeah. I don't. I just be myself. People definitely do, though, for sure. Yeah.
So, what's your day-to-day like as a professional NBA player? Like, what, you know, a game day, off day? Let me get both of those.
Well, right now it's off season, so I worked out this morning. Light workout, weight room stuff. But during the season, during like a game time, we got like shoot around in the morning, probably like 9 or 10. Go home, take a nap, eat some food. For like a 7 o'clock or a 7:30 game, we got to be back at like 4:15, 5 o'clock, in that range. Then we have like a walkthrough pre-game. We go through like the matchups of the other team, and then we go out there for warm-ups and just hoop. Yeah, no, I really live a blessed life for sure.
Give it up for that.
Definitely.
Give it up for that, man. Sure. Who else is blessed here? Man, appreciate you.
We're all blessed.
I know who's blessed. The Douce. Y'all have enough Douce? Man, it's delicious. I'm not just saying that because they sponsored it. I really do like it. Where's my guy from Douce? My man with the bucket hat. I love it. I love it. All right, I think we want to open it up for questions from the crowd. Yeah. I'm gonna get to you, but I'm gonna go to him first since he's closer. I'm gonna go to him first. So say your name, where you're from, and what's your question?
Yeah, my name's Carpy. I'm from the Bronx, originally DC, and I'm a creative producer. And one of the things I've been challenging, it's been challenging to like break into the fashion space. I've done some campaigns for some notable brands, but my question is to you: is how do you build your relationships with these fashion brands?
Well, it starts out like events like this, just meeting people in real life. I mean, that's kind of what I did. A lot of it wasn't social media based. I just made sure to go places where I knew I was going to meet someone and try to like build a relationship as organically as I can. And then from there, like you'll just keep meeting more people, and then like you'll meet that one person that has the common interests of what you have, and then from there, all the other people you met, everything will just like come together. You know what I mean? So there's no right direction how to do it. You just gotta. My advice was to try to meet people in person. Yeah. Yeah, no problem.
So you played in New York. You from New York. Y'all seen how clothing affects everybody here. How did like you joining in the NBA? Like, how did that change your relationship with clothing? Like, did you like start looking into like which brands, like who you support more? Like, that's the question.
Yeah, when I was in college, high school and college, I was broke. I ain't had no money. My family didn't come from that. So, really, I wanted to have some fresh shoes on, but clothes wasn't really a priority. I was just trying to play basketball. And then obviously, you know, when I made it to the league, obviously you got to look out for your appearance and stuff like that. But like I said, I've always had a want to look nice and have on fly clothes. So I guess it just, it got more and more as I got older.
Yeah. Well, what were you asking again?
You went to different places.
Yeah.
How do you look at clothing now, like versus before?
I look at it a lot different because I'm like more in like the industry aspect of it, which I don't like, but I have to appreciate because it's helped me live a better life. I've been able to, appreciate more of the up-and-coming designers and like people who are trying to make their way in fashion and like look towards them and like let them know it's possible to be, you know what I mean? Like some of the stuff I like more the high-end stuff. So it's definitely just been like a good support system, just being able to like grasp inspiration and like look out for stuff that's going to be on the rise. Yeah.
My name is Jacob. I'm from Long Beach, Long Island, not California. Oh, yeah. So both you guys both like in fashion. What do you feel like the hardest thing as like an upcoming brand to get there, like, get enough motion of not necessarily like big artists wearing it, but just getting their brand like out on the internet.
You're asking what do I think the hardest thing is for them to like pop their brand? The hardest thing is like having the commitment from like people who say they like your stuff, them actually getting to wear it. You know what I mean? Because like a lot of celebrities, they know the power of social media and they know the power of the influence. So despite if your clothes and your designs are good, sometimes I feel like if the person has an agenda and they have like people around them that's always making them feel like, oh, like if you're gonna wear this, make sure there's something contractual around it. Like that could be a trial and error because it's like you genuinely want to give it to the person, but like they're thinking a whole completely different way about it. You know what I mean? You're doing it for the love and they're doing it for business. So my thing is just being very selective on who is going to genuinely support your stuff and like not feeling like you have to depend on like celebrities or any other third-party sources to like help your brand get to where it goes. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Walt, what about you you have aspirations to start your own line?
Well, I do have my own line. He's actually wearing a hat that I'm like growing slowly. It's called Wagyu.
Yeah.
Shout out Wagyu. Go cop that.
That's fire. Where can we grab some Wagyu stuff?
So I do drops like either every month or every other month. I have like some stuff that I'm going to be having in store soon, but it's mostly like online. You can go to Instagram. I'll give it to you after, stuff like that.
How do you calculate the drops? Do you like are you a little more secretive with it? Do you want to like what kind of reaction are you looking for?
It's just spontaneous. I mean, for me, it's not really about the money or like, trying to like make it a big brand. Although I would want that one day. I just like being in the street and seeing people wearing it, and like, that means more to me. So yeah,
I cannot wait to cop. Oh, I got my man Arden from Ball Players. What's up, big dog?
Caris, this question's for you. First of all, go Cavs. That's the first thing I got.
For sure.
Secondly, right, obviously you talked about growing up, having fashion influences, remember what it was like to want things. So when you made it to the league, what was the first thing that you bought when you went shopping?
Oh, that's a good one.
First thing I got a red Ferragamo belt. I got a red Ferragamo belt. That was the first thing I got. Yeah.
That's pretty
It was
fresh.
in the summer. It was right before I got drafted, too. Right before I got drafted, yeah.
What was that feeling like on draft night?
Draft night was crazy. Draft night was crazy. I was just telling Walt this story the other day. So I had 3 foot surgeries in college, my sophomore, junior, and senior year. So I didn't know where I was going to get drafted at. So I went to the draft. We got a suite. Like I wasn't in the green room with the other guys. I think like pick 10 came and my agent came up to me like, yo, you should go sit in the crowd. I think you about to get picked. I'm like, man, I ain't going down there. Like they ain't picking me. So I end up going down there like pick 15. He comes up to me like, yo, the Nets are taking you at 20. So I'm like, nah, because the Nets didn't have pick 20. The Pacers did. I'm like, they don't even have pick 20. And he was like, no, they trading a player to get you. So I was just like, what? It's crazy. And then like pick 19 came and the cameras started coming to me. That's when it became real. And I looked over at my mom's and she started crying. And it was crazy. They called my name and I walked down there. It was I'll never forget that day though. It was at the Barclays and I got drafted to the Nets. So yeah, it was one of them days for sure.
That's pretty full circle right there.
Definitely.
What was it like when they called your name? What emotions were you feeling?
I was trying to make sure I didn't trip when I was walking up the stage, for real. But I was super excited, man, for sure.
Was it Adam or David at the time?
It was Adam.
It was Adam. Shouts to Adam Silver. I could call him Adam. I know him.
Right.
That's my boy. What's up, buddy? What's your name?
What's up? My name's T Escape. I'm an artist from New York, from the Bronx. How are y'all doing? So my question is this. We know style and fashion go hand in hand, you know what I'm saying, in basketball. But how about music? How has it influenced y'all?
He's so Bronx. He's so Bronx.
I feel like, well, a lot of the people who I'm inspired by, fashion-wise, most of them are musicians, you know what I mean? Like, I like Kanye, obviously, Tyler, the Creator. I like Lil Wayne, too, which is, like, not a lot of people don't really understand, because, like, that truck fit era is something I really like a lot. But the reason, like, so you're asking, how does that influence us, like, far as, like, the music we listen to, how does that influence our style, or us as people? They go hand in hand because, like, I feel like for me, it's like the music I listen to helped me, like, be inspired for the day or something I'm gonna wear. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's always something that changes a lot for me. You know what I mean? Whether it's the music I'm listening to or the clothes I'm interested in wearing in this particular time. But, like, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I feel like for me, it's like, the same thing. It's kind of like art. So, like, if I'm playing music before a game, I'll play different type of music than when I'm playing if I'm in the car driving or if I'm about to go to a party. Like, I'm playing different types of music. And I feel like it puts you in a different type of mood, too. So I feel like it all kind of goes hand in hand, really.
I got something. If you guys can live in any era just straight off fashion, when would that era be? Like, what time frame?
For me, it would be 90s. Yeah.
90s for sure.
Yeah.
90s is so... Why?
90s, early 2000s.
Why's that?
For me, it's more of like the Nikes and stuff. Like, I didn't realize how progressive they were with like the technology and like how those silhouettes will inspire us now. Just like the foam posits, the Penny Hardaways, the Pippins, the Barclays. I just bought 2 pairs the other day because it was nostalgic for me. So the 90s, I'm trying to take all that inspiration now and like apply, my everyday lifestyle. Just everything. Music, like the Wu-Tang, the Tribe Called Quest, all that type of stuff. Like the way their styles, everyone had their own style. It's something I was born late 90s, but you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't really there.
90s were lit, man. Who was like a teen or older in the 90s? Anybody here? Just me? Damn.
Yeah, no one here.
Damn, man. Y'all killing me. What's up, bro? What's your name?
Valentino from Hell's Kitchen. Question I was going to ask, like, let's say you guys hit like a rock bottom. Like, I remember you had that injury against the Wolves that one time. Like, what do you use as motivation? Like, when you really hit rock bottom, you feel like everything, odds against you, back against the wall. Like, what do you use as motivation?
Well, for me, it's God. Knowing that I woke up the next morning, that I'll have another chance to get over anything I'm going through. And just having like my family and good people around me to keep me motivated and like keep my head straight. That's just for me.
Yeah, I feel like, that's big. I always just try to keep in perspective how blessed I am, no matter what happens. Like, we're all super blessed. It's somebody always doing worse than you, wishing they were in your spot. So I always try to use that, keep that in the back of my head, and just keep pushing. Everybody goes through stuff. Nobody's life is perfect. It's about how you bounce back from stuff. So I try to keep that in the back of my mind and just keep pushing, keep a positive attitude. And try to get better every day at whatever it is I'm doing.
Keep at it, yo. Determination and will. Ooh, what hat is that, bro?
Wagyu, man. Man. What's I've been following you for years, man. And we're in a renaissance right now, especially in fashion. I know you know that already. My question to you is, how are you trying to help the young generation to prepare them? Because I know a lot of young people that's trying to get into the industry. How are you trying to help them? Because I know you're like the pioneer right now, and I see a bright future for you. How are you going to help young people get into this industry? Because we know how close it is, the gatekeeping and all of that. So how are you trying to help the younger generation?
Oh, first things first, I'm trying to help them. I'm trying to help them find, inspiration, drive within themselves without having to feel like they have to depend on anybody to get any ideas out, anything they want to do. And just to let them know that it's a marathon, it's not a race. So, as far as like helping them and like helping them explore their ideas and brands, obviously, like once I get into position to where I can like pinpoint like who exactly I want to help, I'll make sure any connections or any doors I can leave open. And just keeping them inspired. You know what I mean? That's like the biggest thing. Keeping them inspired, helping them, making sure they're not like, getting into like these depressed moments to where they feel like they don't have any support around them, and just keeping it pushing forward. You know what I mean? I'm still like not where I want to be. You know what I mean? I'm still trying to knock those doors down, and I feel like if they see that I'm progressively doing that, it'll inspire them to keep everything falling in line.
We have any other questions from the crowd? Who we got? We got somebody over there? No, y'all scared now? All right, we got some people over here. What's up, big dog?
What's up, y'all? My name is Sam from Delaware. I just want to know, what are some of your favorite brands and what makes you like them?
Favorite brands right now for me, I'm loving Balenciaga, Vetma. Those are probably my top two right now. Forgetting anything. I like the Rick pants too. I wear those like every day. I feel like they fit me real nice. I'm tall, so those for sure. And then footwear, obviously Nike, Jordan, Rick. Yeah. What about you?
Obviously Balenciaga. I'm more so like I like the designers, not really the brand. So I follow like their silhouettes and like the stuff that they're into. So like Balenciaga, Rick. I'm a big Rav fan. I love CDG. I like Supreme. Like I like pretty much like anything. I don't have like one brand I like. I just like whatever my eye catches. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm really more like I like the designers, not the brands.
We all love BBC, of course.
We all
for sure.
love them. For sure.
We all love them.
BBC.
For sure.
What articles are like no-goes for you guys? Like what is like something, even if it's a trend or it's not, that you will not do regardless? Is there anything you guys stay away from?
Nah, I don't. I keep my options open at all times, so I don't really turn away. I mean, I don't really like bootleg stuff. It's not really my thing. That's about it.
I dig it.
Yeah, I don't think. Nah. I wouldn't just cross anything out. I'd have to see it first. Yeah.
I dig that. What's up, Big? What's up, Icy?
Yo, what's good? My name Lou from Harlem. I got a question for both of y'all. When you wake up in the morning, you got to put a fit together from head to toe. What's first? Sneakers, shirt, pants. What's first?
That's a good question. It's probably sneakers. It's probably sneakers. It really just depends on the day, but it's probably sneakers though for sure. Yeah, it's sneakers.
Yeah, sneakers for me too. I mean, you know, this guy is one of my best friends, so he's just trying to like
How long you know each other?
Since like high school, since young. Yeah,
that's love. That's love. Who else we got? You got anybody in the back? More questions? What about this guy? You fly, man. You good? All right, we're gonna come back here real quick.
We're good.
All right, so what's next, guys? We got the season coming up.
Yeah, enjoy the week. Enjoy the week. We actually, the Cavs, we have like a little mini camp out here next week. So a lot of guys will be out here training and stuff like that. But just enjoying Fashion Week, enjoying being with my boy Walt, and just, you know, getting ready for the season. It's coming.
Y'all made some improvements, man.
Yeah.
Y'all did that thing. Shouts to Kobe, man. I got to meet him. I know Anton.
Oh, okay.
Anton's a scout for the Cavs, and he started. I think he was first. He ran Gersh Park. He ran that program, and then he's a
shout
scout.
out to Gersh Park.
Shouts to Gersh.
Brooklyn. Yeah.
Where's Anybody from Brooklyn here? Yeah. I'm from BK, and I love it. Whoa, what's next for you, brother?
Staying creative, staying fly, staying busy, staying positive, staying blessed, and always staying optimistic because you just never know what God has in store for you.
I think we got to end it on that jewel right there. Let's give it up. Caris LeVert, Walter. It's Tuesday time. Hey, Mike Nasty. Let's get some love on the ones and twos. Hey, we appreciate y'all.